And as pointed out by Senator Drilon, the notation for deposit 2, account number so-and-so, signed by R. Corona, we would like to request that the stamp mark reading Land Bank Malacanang Branch, teller number 2, to be further marked in evidence for the prosecution as Exhibit J-3, Your Honor. Mark it accordingly for the prosecution.
You were saying something when we mark our evidence by in pursuant to our manifestation, but that's not been testified to by the witness.
Any further question from the prosecution?
Yes, Your Honor. Much as we want to proceed, but as we have earlier manifested, because of the other documents presented through our good mayor, we have to examine them first, and we need time to study. So we will have to ask for continuance, Your Honor.
Of your course?
Of the cross, Your Honor.
What's the pleasure of the defense?
We submit to the discretion of the Honorable Court, Your Honor.
Granted.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
The witness is discharged in the meantime, and we will notify him for regarding the next hearing of this case. Counsel for the defense.
If Your Honor, please, if it will not be asking too much, may we be informed what those documents are so that we can make them available. We can even have them Xerox copied and furnish them with copies thereof.
The prosecution is will state for the record the documents that you want to.
Yeah. We are willing to furnish them.
Have and examine.
We have even observed that in the other documents, like the disbursement voucher, there are some entries therein which could not be read. And we were really taken by surprise with these documents. So we have to have time, Your Honor. And maybe confer with them, Your Honor.
No, I know. I hope you do not. I'm not misunderstood. We are not objecting to your request. We are very much willing to accede.
We will
but in order to do some assistance to you, we were manifesting to the court that we are willing to have these documents Xerox copied, then furnish you with copies.
Thank you for that, Mr. Justice.
I do not think there is anything wrong.
Thank you, Justice.
You may confer with the defense to get the documents you want to examine.
Yes, Your Honor. We will do that later on, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Is there anyone who would want to ask questions from the witness? The gentle lady from Antique and Malabon and the Philippines.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer, Mr. President. Just one very short question to the defense lead counsel, Mr. President. The Honorable Justice Cuevas.
Yes, Your Honor.
Since we are adjourning today, March 22nd, and we'll resume the impeachment trial on May 7, the deadline for the submission or filing of the SALN is on April 30. Many of our colleagues in the impeachment court would just like to know, will the Chief Justice amend his SALN come April 30?
I have not yet, frankly speaking, Your Honor, I have not yet conferred with him in connection with this matter. But if there is a necessity pursuant to law, we will ask him to do so.
Yes, because we know that the law allows amendments to the SALN, yes.
Right, Your
and
Honor.
If there were inaccuracies or omissions born out of the 2 months hearings here, perhaps lessons have been learned and corrections in the SALN would be in order. So I was wondering whether the lead counsel would have any information and whether the new SALN would be utilized or submitted by the defense eventually.
Yes, Your Honor, we will do that as very clarified by Your Honor. If there is necessity to do so, we will do so, Your Honor. But here is my point. There are quite a number of developments that took place in this case, Your Honor. For instance, as you will note, there were 45 titles before. It was reduced to so much until finally only 5. And we stand on record that all those 5 parcels of properties are already reflected. Yes, Your Honor.
Just to clarify, the 45 based on the LRA report minus 3 of the namesake of the son-in-law, minus the canceled titles became 21 per Senator Recto's interpellation,
Yes.
minus the 3 parking lots per Senator Recto's interpellation, minus the 7 of Mr. Vicente, and the others are members of the family who own it, and therefore 5 are reflected in the SALN.
That's
Is that
correct, Your Honor.
Okay,
That's
just
correct,
to
Your Honor.
summarize the 2 months' work that we've done,
Thank
and
you.
we await the submission of the Chief Justice's SALN.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr.
Thank you, Your Honor, for the advice.
Your Honor, Your Honor.
Gentleman from Cebu.
Your Honor, may I just... okay.
Yeah, it was the pleasure of the Chief Prosecutor.
We just want to respond to very briefly to that point raised by Defense Counsel. Just one sentence statement, Your Honor.
Please, proceed.
Yeah, this is regarding the properties. It was mentioned by the Defense Counsel that from 45 it's down to 5 properties.
Yes.
We take exception to that statement, and the position of the prosecution is that when we submitted our offer of evidence, we submitted 21 properties, and we stand by
There was
that.
a stipulation of about this property issue yesterday.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why. That's
So,
why.
there
That's why.
That
That's why, Your
remains on the
Honor.
record.
There were stipulations entered into between the parties, Your Honor. And they agreed to the cancellation or disregarding the other properties in the name of other persons, Your Honor. That's my computation, that there are only 5. But if the evidence will show other properties, then we will meet that with our own evidence. It cannot be met by mere manifestation.
There were 45 in the beginning, then a reduction of 17, which was 1 reservation, then 12 with 4 reservations, then 16 left, plus 5 reservation, 21.
Yes, that's correct. We confirm that, Your Honor. Thank you.
That was the agreement yesterday.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right. So, the gentleman from Cebu.
Thank you, Mr. President. We're just curious, we would like to clarify, Mr. Mayor, how is the issuance of a check triggered in the Manila City Hall? I suppose it's the same as Cebu City Hall and all other cities. What triggers the issuance of a
What
check?
triggers?
That is correct.
Yung unang siguro yung